for too long. I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through.
Hi guys, it is Ashley and welcome to my channel, Her Homemaking Heart. On my channel, I like to share mom content and homemaking and faith, and just like general like motherhood type of content. So if you're new here, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button. For today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about a decision I've made in my parenting, and I'm not sure if the whole video is going to be this or if I'm going to add like a little bit of our day, like a vlog, or if I'm just gonna keep it to this. But anyways, I thought I would have a conversation because I think it's really important and learn from my mistakes. Okay, let's get into it. I've decided to make the choice that going forward, my kids under my roof will no longer be having cell phones or tablets at all. And even television in privacy, I think I'm going to be limiting. And I'm not going to share specific details, but I am going to share just my concerns a little bit and just really urge younger mothers to honestly make better choices than I did. Because when I was younger, I found motherhood hectic, and so, my generation, there's a lot of giving kids tablets and phones, and even in the daycare and even in my kids' school, actually, they use tablets. However, they are like highly monitored, so I don't worry about them at school at all. But, it is normal for kids in our generation to know how to use technology at a young age. And so as an overwhelmed mom, I often turned to tablets to keep my children entertained while I was busy. And sometimes I feel like, it was kind of needed in the moment. But looking back, I feel like I probably shouldn't have gotten even into this. And I'm not going to take full responsibility because it was not only me that contributed to my children having like cell phones and tablets. So I'm not going to take the full responsibility, but I am going to take responsibility for my part. And I just want to encourage moms that it is really easy for your children to, especially like as they get older, children are very smart and they know how to get around certain things, even like internet protectors. I personally tried all of that and did not find that they were even that successful, because it's really easy for kids these days to figure out how to disable that. So yeah, even those I wouldn't really recommend if you can avoid it. So, there's a lot of unsafe things on the internet, and I'm just gonna name a few. For starters, sex trafficking is an issue in the world. There is a popular documentary that just came out about sex trafficking and how that's a problem in the world. Another issue is pornography, and honestly, that's a really big thing on the internet now. It's not like it used to be when we were kids, because I know for myself, I wasn't even aware that the internet had that when I was a kid. It was not even something I would have thought of. But we're in different times now, and it's just so easy to access things that we just shouldn't be having access to. Some more I want to say is ideas that are not in line with our morals as Christians and as parents. There's a lot of weird information on the internet. There's a lot of weird stuff on TikTok. I'm just gonna say it, I hate TikTok. I feel like they should ban it. They should get rid of it. It should be disabled. And I know certain countries are taking different approaches to this, but I think TikTok honestly is such a dangerous platform. So many stupid ideas, especially around the gender theology, especially around the woke movement and all of this. It's garbage. And yeah, kids can easily access TikTok now. And even if they don't access TikTok, they can access Instagram, Snapchat, Discord, all of these other apps that all of these ideas are circulating on. So if you don't want your kids to be exposed to that at a time where it might not be appropriate, or a time where they're still developing ideas and learning about who they are, I just want to say definitely avoid letting your kids have screen time. Because yeah, if they are old enough, especially, they're going to be able to access those things really easily. And, you know, there's even ads on TV for TikTok. So, I mean, you know, it's just out there. It's also, this is another concern I have. It's just like with idleness on kids, like with kids having phones and tablets and, you know, screens and even video games too much, is like just idleness. I feel like even though my kids go to school all day and then they come back, I understand they need a break, but like, why does a break have to come in the form of playing on a cell phone? Like, why can't a break come in the form of having a glass of juice and a cookie and sitting around the table with your siblings and parents who you didn't see all day? Why does it have to be like, oh, they're just having a break, you know, or a family movie? Like, you know, I just think breaks for kids can be productive. They can be wholesome and edifying. And I'm just really realizing that's not the case with cell phones and tablets. Even though I do think, you know, it's not a bad thing for kids to know how to use technology. And, you know, for my kids, you know, they go to school, and so they have like computer classes, they have tablets like that are, you know, for games and stuff. And they're going to be able to learn about using technology. And you can still teach them how to use the computer. I will say, if you are going to use screens, I would urge you to use a computer. We have one in our living room, and I would much prefer my kids to be using the computer because I can see what they're doing because it's right there, you know, it's on a big screen. Whereas opposed a cell phone, you can easily hide things that you don't want your parents to see. So kind of where I am with this right now. And I know it's difficult to make these decisions, especially in a generation where kids have a cell phone. Like, there's probably kids in my daughter's grade who literally like have their own cell phone. But, you know, we are told not to conform to the ways of the world. And I don't think that we need to give in to everything just because, you know, oh, well, little Susie's allowed to do that, so like it should be okay. I'm not saying, you know, if you want to continue using that, you know, cell phones and tablets, it's a bad thing, or like judging, because I know everybody has different opinions. But I would just say, be very conscious about what your kids are watching. And I'm just going to say that's really easier said than done. I know everybody has good intentions. I trust that every parent who's going to watch this video has great intentions. But the fact is, you can't have your eyes on them 24/7. So you might have to accept that your kids may come across things that you don't want them to see. And my friend Ray Lynn put it really well. She said, we are in a time where we are dealing with issues that parents, like our parents, didn't have to deal with. And I definitely agree with her there. I feel like there's so many more issues, but at the same time, I trust that God has given us the ability to parent in this time and generation because He has placed us in this time. You know what I mean? So I do think that, you know, God is able to give us wisdom in these times. But anyways, that's just where I'm standing right now. That's where my heart is. And yeah, so I'm going to close off this little chat here. Actually, I was going to make this a whole day in the life. I don't think I'm going to. I do have a day in the life coming, or a reset coming after this video. So I'm going to close this for now, but thank you guys so much for watching today and listening to my thoughts on this. And let me know where you stand on this. Do you let your kids have cell phones and tablets, or are you like me and feeling like convicted of the decision to allow this? And where do you draw the line? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one.